Sack Life. Beat Depression. It's day 839 and I'm feeling fine. And today we're going to keep it that way with another somatic healing session to wipe out depression. Thank you so much. Anybody who's tuned in now, anyone who's tuning in later, we're coming at you live from Pulpit Rock Park Path. It's a lot of P's. In Colorado Springs, Colorado. If you're out here in the area, check me out. I'll be doing some free public somatic healing sessions. If you want to get in like a breath work, low intensity, martial arts class where we use movement and breath as I wait for the Beat Depression bus to be available out there in Buena Vista. But in the meantime, let's start this show right. As it's a martial arts for mental health show. As you know, we started with that powerful mental health tool of gratitude each and every day. And today, gratitude going out to Colorado Springs for creating and maintaining this path up to what looks like an amazing rock formation, Pulpit Rock. We're not going to be able to get up there today. Maybe tomorrow. I wasn't able to check if I'll have signal up there. So far, we're just in the parking area. Let me show you, though, just the view from the parking area because it's quite spectacular. Look at that mountain range, and we're catching the sunset right now. Looks like we're going to be catching sunsets every day for the next couple of days out here. And man, if you're looking for something to be grateful for, nature is it. And that's part of my gratitude section today as well. Super grateful for nature, for providing the most amazing show on earth, and it being free, freely available. You don't need money to have a good time. So come on out, find me, get some fresh air. Let's get some exercise in there as well. And that's where my gratitude's going to Colorado Springs, to this amazing trail, and to you guys and girls for supporting the cause and supporting each other. That being said, that's my gratitude tool. Go ahead and think about your piece of gratitude for today. That'll help put you in a positive mindset as we move into today's lesson. Second mental health tool we talk about every single show is that progress tracking tool. So keeping track of the number of days that you show up for yourself and accomplish that daily goal can add up over time into more self-confidence, self-esteem, self-validation, which is something that not even the lies that depression or anxiety tries to sell us can take away from us, because we're giving ourselves proof of our strength. We're giving ourselves proof of our endurance. And this number works alongside a positive affirmation. And I want to talk about positive affirmations for just a moment. A lot of people use positive affirmations. They use them in their daily lives. But did you know that positive affirmations are extremely good at reinforcing beliefs? But here's the thing about that. You have to believe it. You have to believe that it's true. It has to be factual. You have to believe it in your mind in order for that positive affirmation to reaffirm and reinforce it. So a lot of times people will try to convince themselves of something that they don't believe, and that positive affirmation can actually cause a conflict and store stress in the body. So a better way to use positive affirmations is to use them like inquisitions, like questions, positive inquisitions. Ask yourself, why do I know I am strong? And then your body can find the answer. Your brain will find the answer. Instead of trying to convince yourself that you're strong if you don't believe it, ask yourself, why do I know I am strong? What proof do I have that I am strong? And then use that progress tracking tool in conjunction with that positive inquisition. And you will have factual proof that every single day you got up and fought forward, you overcame the debilitation associated with depression. That is real life factual proof. So there's no conflict here. There's no chance of conflict here. There is only progress and success. So please do use those things in conjunction. It's pretty powerful when we link multiple mental health tools together. We can have a really powerful compounding effect. Give it a shot. Make sure you're giving yourself credit for your endurance and your strength out there and keeping track of it. It's very easy to forget. And shout out to Lisa Luminary. Thanks for being the first one in and for sharing your progress at 539 days. Crushing it, Lisa, being a rock in the community out there. Thank you so much for sharing your progress and helping inspire others as well. And I'm going to need your help today, along with everybody else who's tuning in. This is the first day, I think, that I'm asking for you guys. I need you guys and girls to watch my back, because as you can see from the sign behind me, it is the home to black bears, coyotes, and rattlesnakes, and I'm going to have my back turned to those things. So if you see a black bear, coyote, or a rattlesnake, or any other wild creature coming up behind me, please let me know in the comment section. so I can jump inside my beat up Honda Civic and save my life. So I'll ask you guys to be my eyes out here, my second pair of eyes. That being said, we've got the gratitude tool covered. We got the progress tracking tool covered. Let's talk about today's lesson. We're gonna get some kicks in. We're gonna get our kicks today out here on this Pulpit Rock Trail in Colorado Springs. So we'll be practicing what is known as the lead teep from our balanced Muay Thai stance. We're going to bring that lead foot up, right? Bring it in and up, drive it forwards through the hips, chopping the arm on the same side. We're going to practice that lead teep. We're going to practice the rear teep as well. Whoosh, driving through that rear foot. And we're going to practice a roundhouse kick, stepping off that line with the front foot, turning through the hip, turning those hips over and chopping the arm for a nice roundhouse kick. And we're going to put those things together. We'll add in the fundamentals, jab and cross. We'll put those things together in a 3-round somatic healing session. And we're going to link that push kick into the roundhouse kick. So we're going to turn it into an effective combo that you can use to, first off, knock your opponent off balance, right? Pushing them back, creating some distance. Then we're going to step in. Instead of bringing that push kick back like we normally do, there's the normal push kick. We bring it back to our stance. Instead of bringing it back, we're going to push that opponent forwards. Then we're going to step forwards off the line and close that gap that we just created and turn through, whoosh, for that nice roundhouse kick. And you can deliver that anywhere that you're comfortable with. You can toss it to the head, you can toss it to the body, or you can throw a low one. You know, step off that line, sink low, and toss a low roundhouse right through the legs, chopping those legs out of the opponent. And remember, if you're keeping this mental health base and you're using it as a shadowboxing session, visualize that opponent and assign it the name of the thing you want to work on. If it's depression or anxiety, make it the depression dummy or the anxiety dummy that you're knocking those lies out of. Because as a matter of fact, every day you get up and fight forwards, you're overcoming those lies that depression or anxiety tries to sell us. So it takes that mental health tool to the next level to consciously acknowledge what we subconsciously do every single day. All right, that's enough chatting. We're going to get into this kick session. I got to get my water. 1 second. Make sure you guys got water and you're staying hydrated out there. Very important. And if you're up here and adjusting to altitude, the recommendation is 3 to 4 quarts of water per day, which is an insane amount of water to drink. I'm doing it and I'm still getting dehydrated, so just goes to show you the importance of that water in our system. All right, so back on track. We'll have some fighting spirit coming through from our sweet retro synth boombox. Yeah, let's do that one. That's the daily beat. Yeah, daily beat should be good. Hopefully that's coming through and you guys can hear it. Go ahead and square up with your visualized opponent. We're going to get into this standard 3 rounds. Hopefully before the sun goes down, probably not. But we'll try and keep warm together. Let's do it. Pop into your Muay Thai stance. Visualize that opponent. Square up the hips and shoulders. Guard high by the brow line. And let's start with the basics, right? Close those fingers, tuck the thumbs. Step in for the 1, 2. 1, 2. Step in forwards for the 1. Rotating through for the 2. And back to stance. Visualize that opponent. Exhale out the mouth on those strikes. Step in and deliver that pain train to that depression dummy's brain. Let's go. Whoosh, whoosh. Exhale through those strikes. Turning those fists over and visualize making contact with that depression dummy. Back to stance. We're going to start working the teep kick in there to create distance. Let's imagine that visualized opponent coming towards us. Depression dummy's coming close. Gonna fire an attack before they get in range for their fist. We're gonna take them out with our longest range weapon, that lead teep kick. Bringing the legs straight up in front of us, hips in, drive through the hips, and push the ball of that foot forwards. Kind of like you're stepping on a gas pedal, extending it straight forwards, and then bringing it right back to stance. Don't lose your stance, don't lose your balance. Don't step forwards into it. Not yet. Back to stance. Hit him with the 1, 2. Back to stance. 1, 2. Back to stance. 1, 2 teep kick. 1, 2 teep. Boom. Remember to chop the hand on the same side as the leg for added force and added balance. Show you what it looks like from the side. 1, 2. 1, 2 teep kick. 1, 2 stance. 1, 2, 1, 2, T. And back to stance. Stay in balance, not falling forwards into that T. Back to stance, let's keep it going. Hit them with the 1, 2. Exhale on those strikes. Turn those fists over. And work on your distance. Move forwards and closer and further away from your opponent. Make sure you use proper form. Turning those fists over. Clenching at the point of impact. And making sure you keep defense tight as well with the opposite hand. 1, 2. 1, 2, keep it going. Whoosh, whoosh. Add in the teep. Lead teep from here. Back to stance, lead teep again. Back to stance, now 1, 2, lead teep. Boom, back to stance, 1, 2, lead teep. Back to stance, remember to chop the arm on the same side as that leg. Again, visualize the opponent, make contact with the jab, contact with the cross, bring it back, and drive that foot into center mass. Back to stance, 1, 2, teep. Back to stance, 1, 2, teep. What might flow a little better is a 1, 2, 3 teep from there, because that jab hand's gonna be extended. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3 teep. 1, 2, 3 teep. Keep it going. And that is the end of round 1. Catch your breath, drink some water. Shout out to Danny V, Self Defense Fitness, and Braces Can Be Scary. Claire, thanks for being here. Woo! All right, we got 53 seconds. Then we're gonna pop into that next round, second round. We're gonna continue using the teep. We're gonna add in the rear teep as well, mixing it up into that combo and continuing to work on that balance and flow between moves. Woo! Claire says, hi, me and Luca are here, but is it Superhero Sunday? It is not. It is Saturday today. Tomorrow will be Superhero Sunday, Superhuman Sunday, where we'll be tapping in those superhuman abilities to fight depression and multiple mental health tools that we can use as individuals. We got 18 seconds. I gotta pace myself. I still got a lingering headache from that altitude adjustment. Kind of came back a little bit today. It's weird. We'll see how it goes. But energy levels up. Definitely extra fatigue. Not as much oxygen in the air out here, so gotta tune into me and make sure I'm not pushing too hard. Same goes for you guys. Make sure you're showing up to your skill level, giving yourself a challenge, but not overworking, not pushing too hard. Back to stance, guard high. Let's work on that 1, 2, 3 combo with the lead teep. 1, 2, 3, lead teep. Boom. Back to stance, staying nice and balanced. Let's work on the rear teep now. For the rear teep, we're gonna swing through from the hip on that rear leg. We're gonna swing it forward, drive it in there, right down that center mass, same way. Get into your balance stance from Muay Thai and work the rear teep here. Small step, shifting that body weight forwards towards the front leg. We're swinging that leg through on one plane, like it's one unit, right? We're not picking the leg up, moving it, and then chopping. We're swinging that whole leg. Swinging that whole leg. Whoosh. Swinging the whole leg from the back. Boom. Forward. So it's coming in. Boom. And we're turning. We're rotating through the hip, sending that leg forwards. Guard high. Stay nice and balanced. Head on the center line. Hit them with the 1, 2. Pop, pop. From here, we're going to send that lead teep forwards. Boom. Driving through the hips. All the power comes from the hips. Show you from a different angle. 1, 2, rear teep. Boom. Driving through the hips. And back to stance. Square up. Hit them with the 1, 2. Whoos, whoos. Rear teep. Whoos. Lead teep. Whoos. Remember to exhale on those strikes. Inhale through the nose. Rear teep. Whoos. Lead teep. Whoosh. Exhale in hard, using the ball of the foot to push towards center mass. And return to stance. Hit him with the 1, 2. Whoosh, whoosh. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. 1, 2, 3, lead teep. 1, 2, 3. Lead teep. 1, 2, 3, rear teep. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh, rear teep. Back to stance. Keep it balanced. Keep it centered. Chin tucked. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. I gotta make sure I'm not overworking out here. Let's keep it going. Hit him with the 1, 2. Whoosh, whoosh. Remember, work to your level. 1, 2, 3. Fire those shots straight down the line. Keep the chin tucked. Maintain form, maintain balance. Offense and defense at the same time. Head stays on the center line, chin tucked. As you extend those fists, bring the shoulder up to defend the head. as well. Extend that second fist. Shoulder comes up, defends the head as well. Back to stance. 1, 2, 3, lead teep. 1, 2, 3, lead teep. 1, 2, rear teep here. 1, 2, rear teep. Back to stance. Keep it balanced. 1, 2, 3, lead teep. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, rear teep. And back to stance. That is the end of round 2. Catch your breath. Drink some water. Check in on you. Make sure you're not pushing too hard, but make sure you're giving yourself a challenge. Remember, there's no growth in the comfort zone. We got to give ourselves a challenge. That way we can continue to move forwards. Woo, and I'm definitely doing it. Doing it for myself out here. If I wasn't showing up for myself every day, I definitely wouldn't be able to be here every day. That's for sure. So make sure you are putting yourself first and making this lesson about you, your intensity level, your pace, your volume of strikes. You can even use the striking combos that you enjoy most. You can double up those shots. Use big single shots, whatever you feel more comfortable with, that you enjoy a little more. Make it enjoyable, make it sustainable and maintainable. Not too hard, not too easy. Find that flow zone in the middle. All right, staying hydrated. We're about to pop into the final session where we're gonna get into that combo that we were talking about. And I'll remind you guys too, please do keep an eye behind me for bears, coyotes, and rattlesnakes, because I don't have eyes in the back of my head. That'd be you guys tonight. All right, back into stance. Visualize that opponent, square up the hips and shoulders. Focus on that target. We're gonna step in with the 1, 2, 1, 2. Return back to stance. We're gonna hit him with the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And from here, we're gonna use the lead teep. Now this time with the lead teep, after we make contact and create that distance, instead of returning back to our stance, I want you guys to step in and off the line with that lead teep and toss your rear roundhouse kick to follow it up. We're closing the gap with the step, and then we're doing some damage with that roundhouse kick, make a nice effective combo. So hit him with the 1, the 2, the 3, the lead teep. Boom, lead teep. Now step off the line diagonally. We're closing that gap we just created, and then toss a roundhouse through the hip. Anyone you want, low roundhouse, mid, or high. Just toss through the hip, rotate on the ball of that front foot, and come back to center. Square it up. Let's work on that combo a little more. 1, 2, 3, lead teep. Step off the line with that lead teep, and then toss the roundhouse. Whoosh. Mid, high, low, whatever you're comfortable with. Rotating around, back to stance. We're creating a gap, we're closing the gap, and then we're firing back before they have a chance to adapt and regain their balance. Back to stance, visualize that opponent. 1, 2, 3, lead teep. From there, step off the line, toss the rear roundhouse, whoosh, and back to stance, guard high, keep it tight, keep it balanced, keep it centered. Work those combos, work them at your pace. 1, 2, 3, lead teep. Step off the line, toss the rear roundhouse. Whoosh, boom. Remember, bring that guard back, that high guard back after you throw that roundhouse. Square it up. Visualize that opponent. Let's keep it going. 1, 2, 3, lead teep. Step off the line, toss the roundhouse. Back to stance, guard high. Maintain balanced, orthodox stance here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, lead teep. Step off the line, guard stays high, and chop for that roundhouse. Whoosh, boom, all the way around. Back to orthodox stance, rotating on the ball of the lead foot. Remember, step that lead foot off the line, plant on the ball of the foot. You're keeping the heel raised so we can pivot on the ball of that foot, not the toes, but right behind the toes. Kind of curl the toes back a little bit, it'll give you good pivot action there. Back to stance. 1, 2, 3, lead teep. Created the gap, close the gap with a step, toss through the hip for that roundhouse. Remember, turn that hip over as you chop the arm. Turn the hip, chop the arm. Back to stance, let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, lead teep. Create the gap, close the gap, toss through the hip. And that is the end of round 3 of progress and success today. Thank you guys and girls for showing up, for being here, for supporting me, for keeping an eye out for coyotes, snakes, and bears, keeping me safe out here. And thank you for helping me feel less alone on this journey. And remember, if you are in the Colorado area and you'd like to do some free somatic healing sessions, I'd be happy to offer a shadow boxing session. We can do some breathwork tools, show you how to increase your lung capacity, which I need for my survival at the moment as I adapt to this altitude. But you can increase your lung capacity, decrease your stress, relieve stress, get control over that automatic nervous system, give your body a break, and at the same time learn martial arts, learn self-defense, learn effective striking maneuvers and techniques. Remember, continue to grow, continue to give yourself a challenge so that you can continue to grow. And until next time, I'll catch you guys, same sack time, same sack channel, same sack life. Sackman out. Woo!